Spray again, spray again.
Logan Paul and KSI just released Prime. My friend Nick just bought a $150,000 cinema robot. Coincidence? I think not. Nick and I are going to team up and make a spec commercial for Prime Hydration, but where am I even gonna get some? It's sold out everywhere.
Hey! He's got Prime! The monkey has Prime!
Logan, KSI, Prime, it's really good, but I think it just needs one thing. Nick and I had our work cut out for us, but we quickly got to work. First, we shot each of the flavors spinning on a green screen. Except for lemon lime, because it's already green, we shot that on a blue screen. Now, why are we doing this? We're doing this because later we're going to key out each of the bottles and composite them on another shot that we'll demonstrate later. Next, we checked in with our lighting master, Ken, to see if we were doing everything correctly.
And use that instead of the tubes for a line.
Oh, like bounce the tubes into the card?
The way the shape is in these little grooves. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
And we even let him try some Prime to see what he thought.
Take a sip, take a sip. This one, open it up.
Do you shake it?
No.
Just open it.
Just open it.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
Hey, look at that. Logan Paul's gonna love it.
Thanks, Ken. Back to the video. Next, we did a shot that didn't make the final edit because sometimes you have ideas on set and they don't actually work. In this case, it was just way too hard to composite. But either way, Nick, thanks for always indulging my crazy ideas. Next, Nick and I did our routine, argue about how the hero shot should look.
You know what I mean? Like maybe
Blue, because you want that main shot to look good, though.
Well, I was thinking like we don't do the main shot till the end. That makes sense.
No.
Like right now, the shot you had before I
I was saying, like, for this opening, like, it's like, oh, but you're saying,
don't start wide at all.
I wasn't saying starting, like, going to each of them.
We can start wherever.
And eventually, we reached an agreement, like we always do.
Maybe we go orange to green to blue to purple to red.
And you have enough time for that, I think.
With speed rating, yeah. Okay.
So line the red one up on the tape then.
The idea was to shoot 2 hero shots, one to open the commercial and grab attention, one to end the commercial. But since we were kind of making this up as we went, in editing, as you'll see, these 2 shots worked better side by side. Then we moved on to the fun stuff. First, we took a subwoofer, placed it under a table, placed Prime in a tray on top of the table. Then we played bass tones through the sub to make it ring. I got this idea from my buddy Boomer, who during one of our shoots pulled out his own sub, poured paint onto the sub, ruining the sub, not that he cared, and then proceeded to play bass tones through the sub to create this incredible effect with the paint. So I thought, why not try that with Prime?
Move left to right, show me what you moving like. Ooh, feeling right, keep it moving side to side. Ooh.
This specific shot we used as the background for our spinning bottles that we keyed out earlier. When you layer the 2 together, it creates a pretty cool effect.
What you know about this? I woke up.
Moving on, we decided to shoot a pouring shot. So we attached lemon lime to a C-stand with a lever. And then as I poured, we programmed a robot to track our movement. All shot in super slow-mo to create this.
Out the window, I hear him saying, ooh, la la, oh my. Say what? Say ooh, la ooh, la ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay.
And our last shot was the ink shot. We did this by rigging Prime inside of a fish tank and quite literally squirting ink at it. Obviously, all of us are still children, and we only had 1 take at this.
Rolling.
like right here, go.
2, 1. Spray again, spray again. Just do 2 seconds. But it's still a take with it because you can always speak. Just record it out.
And without further ado, here's the final product. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. This was so much work. I'm so happy to get this video out. It's definitely coming out a lot later than I would like, and a lot later than when I posted the original video on Instagram. Spent weeks working on it, and then weeks working on the actual BTS and Instagram content, which is the way our world works right now. But this video needed to happen, and all the rest of the videos I have for you guys are coming soon. You guys did have some questions though about this commercial, and I wanted to answer those real quick. First questions: are robots the future? Yeah, okay, so the robot is so much fun to use. There's definitely some pros and cons. I would say the pros far outweigh the cons, which we can get into, but basically, yeah, I think they are the future. Do they replace traditional filmmaking? No, I don't think so. It's just another really cool tool that you can get some insane shots. Ultimately, it just comes down to the talent behind the camera and the robot, if you will. So if you don't know what you're doing, the robot's not really gonna help you that much. Nick and his business partner, Peter, who own the robot, have spent months learning this thing. Literally every week they're telling me there's something new that they're learning. It's a very complex thing. It looks flashy, it looks great. And it is, but it's also very difficult. So just don't get it twisted. All right, what was it like working with the robot and with True Motion Studios? So True Motion Studios is Nick and Peter. Honestly, amazing. They're super creative. I'm probably gonna do a whole episode on what they're doing. It's really cool to see what they're doing here in Denver, Colorado. What are the biggest pros and cons? Okay, let's get into it. Honestly, pros, this is off the cuff. I would say you can get shots that you just would never get. No human operator can rotate the camera, flip it up, down to the side, around, and then repeat that over and over and over perfectly. So that's the number one pro. I would say the con is just like the setup time, and if you want to make any tweak, it is quite, it's essentially like keyframing movements. So if you're an editor, you know what I mean. If you don't, look up keyframing. Essentially with a robot, you are keyframing every single step of the process. It can be simple, a 1-2, but if you're doing a zoom in, pull around, you're rack focusing the whole time. Sometimes you can also keyframe the zoom if you have a focus motor for the zoom, etc. It's just a very arduous process, and that's why I love working with Nick and Peter, because they've gotten so good at it. They're very fast at it. So just like anything, it takes time to learn. So what camera did you shoot this on? We shot this on the Red Gemini. These slow-mo shots we shot on the Wave camera. Wave something. It's just super slow-mo, 4K up to like 480 frames per second. Incredible. That's what we did with like all the pouring shots, the subwoofer shots, and the ink shot that were all the Wave camera. Are you going to make a commercial for Ice Pop? Probably not. I definitely thought about it. Good question, but I don't know. I think I'm moving on to other products and other things. I'm actually tweeted the commercial, so that was a win. I literally DM'd everybody on Logan's team, including Logan, to share the video. I believe he did see it according to his videographer, David. Not sure about KSI. In fact, I'm still doing the giveaway for Prime in the UK. I have been doing this giveaway since like April 1st. Whoever can get KSI, watch his Prime commercial in one of his YouTube videos, can get all of my extra Prime from shooting this commercial. And so far, I don't think KSI has seen it. So I'm not sure what I'll do with all the extra Prime, but I'll figure out something. How many days did the shoot take? This was a 2-day shoot, kind of like 2 shorter days, just because we didn't really want to be up for 16 hours straight, which I have done before. But yeah, me and Nick just said 2 easy days, like about 6 to 8 hours each day. We probably could have done it in 1, but there were a lot of setups, and we figured why not just spread it out in between 2. How many days did it take to edit? That is a great question. I kind of lost track, but it was several weeks. Working with the Red footage, working with the Wave camera, all in 4K. I have a super fast PC, but man, it definitely bogged it down, especially with all the layers. Using Twixtor, if you don't know what Twixtor is, just look it up, but it really weighs down your system. So yeah, lots of editing. And then also all the social content. That's why this video is coming out way later. I think in the video I said Logan Paul just released Prime, but as of this video being posted, it's not just released, it's been released for 6 months. That's just the nature of where we're at with this video and how coming out a little late. Yeah. What is next for you, Drew the director? Good question. I got a few things up my sleeve. I really want to sew into this channel and really take this to the next level. Honestly, it's just time. Like, there's just no more excuses. The videos have to come out. So that is my priority after this video, is to figure out how to bring the next videos to you guys on a very consistent basis. And last question, is Prime any good? Well, why don't we just try it? I've already tried like so many, but yes, it's delicious. This is lemon lime, my favorite. Here we go. It was worth those the 4 weeks of making that commercial. Anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you slap that like button for me, and I'll see you in the next one.